What's going on, everybody? It's me, Warmaster, back again in this episode of ENDSIEG for the Great British War mod by the Conquerors. So if you guys want the mod, link will be in the description, and also subscribe to the Conqueror as well. So this is the second episode of the like the ENDSIEG in which he asked me to do. Turns out it was pretty tough at the first start with a lot of battleships, mostly from America, the United States. And now we finally at the second phase. Right now I'm pushing in Australia, and turns out there's a Germany here, Hitler on his mouse tank, and doing a little bit of damage in Europe as well, because Europe seems a little bit off the chart, because after the defeat of German Reich in Europe, the Allied forces has declared war on the Comintern, so the Soviets basically at war with the NATO, the future of NATO's, and I'm also reaching at Moscow as well, taking Moscow. Moscow has really a really defensive mechanism, like so many defense, the missiles, the infantry, those are really good though. I mean, the new updates uh, kind of give you a lot of stuff to think about before you try to attack the enemy. And I, to be honest, one thing I found quite annoying is that the damage. No, sorry, the damage. The damage of the bombers didn't do much on cities or even on certain units. I mean, for city you would use strategic bombings, and for unit you would use different stuff. But for tanks, turns out not so that good, and the technology for Japan in ENDSIEG is quite challenging. Remember when I first started, I rarely use my air forces, even though I have the missiles. And turns out this missile at Bangkok was built by the enemy, so I'm just waiting there. And I haven't dealt any damage to the ships in Asia because I kind of left that there. I only fight in the Pacific, and right now I'm reaching to the East Coast in the West Coast in the United States. Everything went pretty well until I found out there's a lot of navies, a lot of infantry, especially like coalition of troops. Yeah, you can see right here, all this coalition, the American coalition in the South America, they came on the South Pacific Ocean and then they moved to Hawaii. And oh my god, these are crazy. Like, I never seen anything like this. And there are also some small spammers, small junks of units that's still staying there, and just trying to defend myself, try to check all the stuff in in Africa. And yes, the bombers are crazy. The technology is really slow. That's why it's quite challenging. I'm not so sure which nation I'm gonna play next. Maybe change a new scenarios, or I will try to play a different version of the mod. The nuclear war is also good as well. We'll see about that. So you can see right here, I only have two main generals left. So I use Manstein, I use Rommel. I train and recruit the super heavy tank. They call it the Omni, the Japanese super heavy tank, the Omni. Turns out historically, Japan did not invent the best tank at all. Just some scrap metal folded on together just to protect the infantry. The Germans and the Soviets, the Americans, they did their best. The Czech, they also have their own version of that. And this is where I kind of attack on the heavy infantry. Turns out it's not that easily. And right now we're in the Middle East. So mostly I would just try to take small nation first. I don't really want to go like full options, because if you go to attack the main units, or not the main nations, like the bigger nations, let's say major nations, the smaller nation would try to grab you first, because the major nation, they would automatically fight against big nation themselves, like their big enemies. So it's best that we just take the small first, and then they kind of ignore us, so that gives us a chance to breathe. Just like when I fight the onset with the, how to call it, the confrontation. Yeah, the confrontation between the Japanese army and the Chinese United Front. They were all singing together. I did not command any of those infantry. Those infantry were already dead, for sure. The reason why, because I'm focusing a lot on taking settlements. Because if you keep on fighting and fighting those infantry, those troops, you will definitely never win the battle. Why? Because when you take all the cities, they will be all capitulated. This is not Hoi 4. This is World Conqueror 4. You have free space, you have free place to go. Unless you got encircle, you can just take out the smaller unit first. Yeah, that's pretty easy. So, how do you do it is that you take the small unit first, you find a settlement, you focus on the settlement, and when you take all of their settlements, their ports, it's all done. Everything is finished. Yeah, this is a quick recap. Yeah, a 5-minute recap, by the way. I haven't talked for a long time. Uh, Kind of busy, a lot of stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Leave a like. And also, if you guys want a mod, link will be in the description. Subscribe to the Conquerors and his associate as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.